I gave it to your mother, but it saved her life. Let me see Sven Bullneck and my mother, or I will become your worst enemy. Destroy my plans into Singa and now threaten me? You're lucky I'm still interested in your answers. I talked to her, yes. She spoke of a man called Bodo, who had given her the letter. The letter is the finale to years of diplomatic efforts. The letter says that according to what was promised by his father, Alfonso agrees to send 20 ships and 600 men to West Saxon. It could free the North Sea of the tempest that now whips it. Now it is time for the accused to speak in the matter. My name is Samson Quick. Then Bullneck had kidnapped my mother, but Sigurd Ragnarsson promised to give her back to me at Ulf's farm. Instead, he sent Olvia Whitehair to kill me. He was wounded and died. His mother was a bounty from off the shores of Fries. She was my slave. She was my wife. But I found that she was a Sigurd. Now she advises me as my wife. 800 Vikings are ready to embark for Englaland in the aid of my brothers. We could have been talking about more than 1,200 men, for the Jarl of Kennemer promised more than 400. But King Horik sent Samson Quick to Fries to sabotage this treaty. There is a man who has traveled with Samson Quick all that time, who is among us right now, willing to testify at this assembly. His name is Reginhard. Theodred was like a brother to me, and Samson Quick lied to me in order to take him and kill him. I won Samson Quick's trust and promised that one day I would avenge Theodred's deaths, and that day has come. As the accusation is grave, the assembly has decided that Samson Quick and Reginhard will engage in a home gang, a duel to the death, on the island called Short, with King Horik will give Jarl Sigurd a position on his council and amongst his most beloved men. Moreover, King Horik will pay 15,000 peningas in compensation for all the efforts made by Sigurd in the organization of the expedition. In return, Jarl Sigurd shall remain by King Horik, advising him and not leaving Denmark. Therefore, Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson must relinquish control over the fleet that shall relieve his brethren. The fleet will be led by 2 other men, Sven Bullneck on the part of Jarl Sigurd, and Harold Haraldsson on the part of King Horik. The fleet will depart for Englaland in a few days, without further delay. It is furthermore our decision that Samson Quick shall join as advisor to Harold Haraldsson, as long as the gods give him the victory in the home game. Otherwise, Egil takes Samson Quick's place unheard. So, nice to meet you. I think it's time to introduce myself officially, since it is likely that our paths are attached. I am Asbjorn, from Odensville. I'm Loknir, a simple doctor, who wasted some time in Frankia until I returned to Denmark some months ago. On my way back to Odensville, I landed in Ribe and ended up staying for a few months, serving the local elites and not-so-elites. I guess my services earned me enough prestige to be summoned as an Etheling to the assembly held a few days ago. Yeah. The truth is, I was not interested in coming to Oda so soon, for I'm still young and have the opportunity to travel to other places and learn more. The Norns must have noticed and tied together our fates. You need someone who can dress the wounds of your warriors, and I need someone with your fortune that shines above the rest of the men that I've known. I suppose that the assembly would send someone. I just did not think it would be you. The assembly decided I joined you, but I am happy to carry it out. It is not my intention to control you, but I must ensure that you join the fleet and come to Englaland. From that moment on, I would like you to see me as a companion, as the doctor your men need. I've had to kill a companion and join a war fleet. Now I must take a judge along. I understand that things have not been easy, but the assembly is law. It is what keeps balance in every part of Denmark and even in the whole kingdom. What would you think would happen without the jurisdiction of the assembly? Possibly a war between King Horik and Jarl Sigurd? Who knows? This may still come despite the assembly. It will not be the first time. Honor and truth are very important in Denmark, and there are only two ways to satisfy their requirements: with word or by blood. The line between friendship and hatred between two neighbors sharing the land is very thin. If the assembly did not exist, hundreds of men would die every day for the slightest of complaints. That's fine. Let's just get on track and join the Viking fleet. I'm sure we will be good friends. We must go to the port of Ribe as soon as you can and ask the portmaster to join the fleet. I am glad. I am young and my thirst for knowledge knows no limits. I hope our travels will help increase my experience. It is very interesting how the Norns spin their yarn. Until a few days ago, before the assembly, I thought I would return home to Odin's to end my days remedying wounds and sniffles. Then I met you, and I knew that all this would change. Well, then welcome to my shield wall, Logner. Good. Give me a few moments to prepare, and I'll be ready to move. Welcome, sir. What do you need? Yes, I have come to join the fleet of Sven Bolneck and Harold Haraldson that will travel to Englaland. Ah, Samson Quick, I see you've made a name for yourself in this town. Makes me happy to think that my business with you have helped in this. That should deserve a line or two in any saga about you. The fleet of Sven and Harold is across the bay. It numbers 50 boats. Many of the warships, totaling over 800 men. Have you finished your affairs in Denmark? Are you ready to leave? I warrant you won't be back soon. You know what? Let's get this started. Let's board my men. Good luck, sir. Although you can see many boats here, most of the fleet is anchored over there in the bay, outside the city. Join them as soon as you feel ready. Since your arrival, there have been a great hubbub in the port of Rye. 800 Vikings and their captains have been boarding their ships in order of arrival, while slaves load baggage, supplies, and even animals. Most of the ships are the Nor type, cargo ships, but there are also a good 24 warships. You spend nights on your ship, while during the day you help as you can. Your warriors kill time by enjoying the hospitality of the neighbors and happy widows. You have had no chance to get close to Sven Bolneck, or rather to his ship, but you hear that he and Harold, the two people in charge of the fleet, have been arguing over all types of stupid things. Some of Harold's men have even been stabbed in the streets. Finally, after everyone has prepared for the long journey, the fleet rows out of Ride to follow the whale route, leaving Denmark behind. Alright, let's rejoin the expedition. Wow, what an expedition it is. There was a man called Egbert, or I should say a king, Egbert Signing, for he was the king of Northumber. But he was a puppet king, chosen by the Vikings because he was a weak man whom they could handle. Was this the fate awaited us also? In Anon Domini, 868, the Vikings took Nottingham. There was fear, much fear, but West Saxe and Mears joined forces. Alfred of West Saxe, the king's brother, was married to Ealhswith, daughter of Aethelred Musil, Ealdorman of the Geani, and of Edbra, from the royal line of the king of Mercians. The two realms called the Fjord to war. West Saxe advanced on Nottingham from the south, and Mears joined them on the way. Maybe they could finally put an end to the advance of the Sons of Ragnar. My life was about to change, but I did not know that. By now, the differences between Sven Bolnek, protected by Jarl Sigurd, and Harold Haraldson, protected by King Horik, are so clear that the fleet's progress is divided in two, depending on who supports which commander. But it's not the time for worry. The sea brings wind and the freedom of the waves, and your ship is heading for Englaland, where rivers carry silver and men get fame. And now you're closer than ever to Sven Bolnek. You just wait for your chance to kill him and rescue your mother. Fate always rewards the patient. The journey from Ride to Efowick, or as the Danish call it, Jorvik, is 3 days with good weather. But with the slower Norse, the trip will take a day or two more. The ships are spread out, but this is usual. When traveling with sail, the winds govern at will. The ships will reunite at their destination. A long trip like this requires a routine. Men take turns in the work of a boat, even at night, because the fleet never stops offshore. The smell of the crowded men is horrible. The water you drink and food you eat taste terrible, and it is always uncomfortable having to peer over the stern when you want to relieve yourself. Eventually, the rift between Harold and Sven becomes open. Each now meets separately with the captains who are faithful to him. Each part of the fleet proceeds separately. Harold has called you and the other captains to his boat for an emergency meeting. Apparently, one of the captains faithful to Sven Bolnek has changed his allegiance to Harold and brings news. You look forward to the meeting as well. Maybe there is finally news of your mother. Well, captains, I have sent word for you because tomorrow at noon we shall reach the coasts of Northumber. It's time to release the details of the mission and talk about the problems that plague this fleet. I'll say nothing at the moment. In Northumber, our Danish brothers have become strong. They control the kingdom through a puppet king. There are small uprisings of Angles, but these are localized and severely repressed. Nothing serious. The latest news we have is that the Sons of Ragnar has moved south and taken a place known as Stonningham and Mears. The King of Mears have not taken this well. He has besieged them there with his army, supported by the King of West Saxon. We fear that the Ragnar sons may be in a hard place, so our mission is to go to Jorvik and join the forces that are gathering under Rathbarth, another of the Sons of Ragnar, in support of his brothers. From there we will move south to meet the Angles and Saxons. With a little luck, we will kill their kings, and the road south will be open for plunder. You will come back rich with your wife and kids this year. Well, I hope so. I have too many mouths to feed. Ha! You should have thought of that before having 3 wives and 20 children. She said she was serious. How many men do Mears and West Saxon have? That is hard to say. The information we have comes from merchant and travelers. It speaks of thousands of men. Hardly matters, though. The Angles and Saxons are weak people, fully domesticated by their kings. It'll be like attacking housewives. Anyway, although everything is clear and our goal is clear, it seems that problems with Sven Bolnek don't stop cropping up. This captain, Olaf, is now with us, and he has very serious news. Go ahead, Olaf. I will not beat around the bush. Sven Bolnek is unwilling to share command with Harold Haraldson. At first opportunity, he will kill Harold and take the command. It may occur as we land, although I cannot be sure. Maybe my desertion of his party will change his mind. I'm making a guard rotation during this trip. When we land, I will challenge Sven to a duel to the death. Sven Bolnek is a lunatic, but he's a dangerous lunatic. Sounds good. You have my full support. Even if you decide to attack his boat while he is fully unprepared. You have my support too, Harold. That man Sven is very dangerous. You have my support, but I'd like to ask about my mother. A woman travels with Sven Bolnek. She is a cider, one who accepts the spirit of a crow and speaks the words of Odin. Everyone reveres her, as she is a woman touched by the gods. Sven Bolnek has married her in hopes of having a child touched by the gods. But she is old, and her belly is dry. If she is your mother, I do not think she remembers you, as she has a curse that does not allow her to keep memories overnight. It looks as if your mother now serves Sven Bolnek. I hope you're prepared to deal with this when things get ugly. All around you, sudden turmoils and the shouting men drowns out your answer. A warrior bursts into the meeting. He is hot, and his eyes shows panic. He's your herald, sir! Sven Bolnek has attacked us! Half the fleet is charging us! Thor helps us! Sven has caught us unprepared! Captains, turn to your ships and lead your crews. Sven Bolnek will pay dearly for this attack. If we should lose this battle, remember to inform Rathbarth Ragnarsson about this betrayal of Sven Bolnek. Good luck! Now to battle! Alright. And attack Sven Bolnek we shall. Cannot hold them, there are too many. Everyone flee! Meet Hat Jorvik! Flee! Oh, flee? Well, I mean, okay. Like, literally say less. Now, all the ships are over here, so I'm assuming I flee this way. And I see at the bottom of my screen, people are dying. I'm not dying. I think that's a bunch of my men that are dying. Behind you fades battle, the pitiful cries of the wounded, the clash of swords. You leave behind Harold Haraldsson's army, while Sven Bolnek men massacre them. Your mission now is to go to Englaland and find Rathbarth Ragnarsson and tell him what happened and how Sven Bolnek betrayed the king's men. Nursing Grenade has made peace. Ha! Alright. But nah, we are going to help the travelers against the raiders. We may work for Vikings, but we're not bad people. That's right, I do have an extra ship now. Yeah. And here we go. Oh no, not the sailor. Why don't I have my shield up? Oh, I don't gotta do nothing. I just gotta sit back and watch. Okay, that may have been a mistake. Oh, that's not a mistake I can't recover from. Alright. That works. Thank you for your help, sir. Fortunate you are nearby. Of course. Got that. Judges, I must tell you that I question Abstorn's medical credentials. As he was tending to our man wounded after our last battle, I saw fit to remind him that the peerless Hippocrates often advocated administering a distillation of beetroot to restore a humor imbalance brought by loss of sanguinity. Asdorn responded that Hippocrates was an antiquated know-nothing, incomparable to the knowledgeable Galenus. Strategics. No true medic would have such disrespect for the great masters of the past. I do not believe you should employ such an obvious impostor. Eee. I don't have time for this. Don't bother me with this again. Quick to quick. Whoa, what's going on? Brunhild wants to talk to me. There she is. Sometimes when I sleep, I dream of my past life with the singer and Kinnaman. Those nightmares remind me of my time in servitude. I'm glad that I have left all that behind. In fact, I hate Fries, and treading its soil brings back dark memories. When you visit Fries in our travels, I only ask you to have patience with me. I will spend most of my time in my tent when we are not walking or fighting, sulking and not wanting to talk to anyone. Now forgive me, but just talking about it has upset my stomach. I think all these memories make me feel depressed, that I may never fully heal. Oh, that's sorry to hear that. Now, this is him. Alright, and he only has 26 people. Nice to know push comes to shove I can rush him. Or he can run away from me, that works. Do I know you? I'm Samson Quick. I'm at your service, sir. Nah, I'm Samson Quick. I'm Jarl Rathbarth Ragnarsson, vassal of the Kingdom of Rothenburg, and Lord of Viscam and Idam West. Fame runs before you. Perhaps we should test each other's valor in a tournament, or on a battlefield. What is it? Rathbarth, I have important news for you. Judging by your face, I'm afraid the news is not good. But please speak. Bad news about the Vikings sent from Denmark in support of Ragnarsson's invasion of Mercia. The fleet initially consisted of 30 boats and about 800 men, but Sven Bolnek has pitted his followers against the followers of Harald Haraldsson, and there was a massacre. I fear that Sven will lie to you, but you will see that he will bring considerably less men, many of them wounded from the fight. Sven Bolnek is a man that stands in the prow of my brother Sigurd's longship. Your accusations are serious. However, we have not heard anything about the fleet or Sven so far. These men sent from Denmark are crucial to win the battle against the Saxons at Nottingham. Without them, we are in a difficult situation. For now, I cannot do anything else. I need you and your men to come near Bjorn near Nottingham. Any reinforcements is better than none. Bjorn is my brother, and has led men to support my other brothers besieged in Ners. Halfdan, Ivan, and Hubi. You will find him camped in the north of town. All the support you can lend will be welcome. Meanwhile, I promise you that I will investigate this matter of the fleet and Sven's treason. If he is guilty, he will pay with his life. There's a woman with Sven Bolnek. I don't want anything to happen to her. So be it. If Sven is guilty, I'll take care of him and keep the woman safe until you return. Anything else? I must beg my leave. Yes, farewell. So, where is this Nottingham area? I'm sure I can. And the camp north of Nottingham. Okay. On a hill, the Danish have built a small camp. Counting the number of tents that you can see, you figure there are between 250 and 300 men. On one of the tents waves the banner of Bjorn, one of the most famous sons of Ragnar. A couple of men stop you, but they let you pass as soon as you identify yourself, as if they were advised of your arrival. Okay. My lord, give me a moment before we go to the Danish camp, please. Ragnar's sons are in a difficult situation, besieged by the Saxons. They can easily be destroyed. We need to talk about this. Very well, I'll listen to you. If you remember, Samson Quick, my king wants to put a stop to all Viking raids and safeguard his kingdom. Even if the Saxons may now force these sons of Ragnar Without this Nottingham to surrender or kill them, there'll still be other sons of Ragnar and other Danish men whose greed knows no limits. Perhaps the Saxons will get a few years of peace, adopt again old enmities with the Mercians, and forget about their alliance with the Franks and Austrians. Even so, the Danish will remain in Northumberland, and the Vikings will still infest their seas. After a few years, another leader would raise an army, and would start this raiding and piracy all over again. Alright, what are you getting at, Bodo? I ask you not to give my diplomatic letter to the Saxons just yet. Okay. First, we must resolve the siege situation, avoiding a battle if possible, because that would hurt my mission. Alright, Bodo. I like you. I'll follow your advice. Well, I'll not keep you any longer. Go see Bjorn Ironside Ragnarsson. Good luck with him. On a hill, taking advantage of natural defenses, the Danish have set camp. We notice that there are many tents and must accommodate more than 200 men. Do I know you? I am Samson Quick. I am Jarl Bjorn Ragnarsson, vassal of the King of Northumberland and Lord of Den Bayer. I know your name. From what I hear, a warrant and many a grieving widow knows too. That's no concern of mine. What is it? Jarl Bjorn, I am what's left of the reinforcements sent by Denmark. My brother Sigurd promised 1,000 men. Where are they? They are dead or lost. Sigurd Ragnarsson, under the orders of the assembly, sent a fleet led by Sven Bullneck and Harald Haraldsson. But Sven pitted his followers against the followers of Harald, and there was a massacre. I fear that Harald's followers are all dead except for me, and Sven's are severely depleted. Sven was always difficult to handle, so I never understood Sigurd's predilection for him. Now this puts us in a difficult situation here in Nottingham. If I ever meet Sven again, I'll kill him with my bare hands. We are at a disadvantage compared to the men of West-Saxon and Mears. So far, we have managed to keep them at bay thanks to our reputation. But every day, they become more and more daring and will eventually storm Nottingham. Then we will be lost. We will have to restore their fear in order to make a deal that will let our people escape Nottingham. Without reinforcements, retreat is the only option. I thought England would be an easy target for a Viking army. West-Saxon and Mears are two powerful kingdoms, which makes nothing easy. We need many more men before facing them, especially now that both kings have united against us. Luckily, these alliances are fleeting. If we retreat now and focus our interest on weaker kingdoms, there will be another opportunity for us to go against Mears, or even West Saxon. For now, there's always Pictland. Poor stony prospect it may be. Retreat is dishonorable. Rallying this army, I would lead it to victory. Well, I happen to like people with guts. Listen carefully, because I think this will interest you. This land is rich, and its people fear us. That fear is what now keeps them from attacking us, but they are losing it. We must regain the initiative. West Saxon has become very bold, and Saxon foragers even get close to our lines. There is a group of them now around Nottingham. I want you to go and punish them. This will send a clear message to our enemies to undermine their confidence. Very well, I'll take care of them. When you're done with these men, come back to me. I always reward warriors who do their job well. Anything else? I beg my leave. Journeys to you, Samson Quick. Don't do anything stupid. If I can avoid battle, I will. Like I said, I'm not too fond of the Vikings. Stop! Who are you? What do you want? Listen, the Sons of Ragnar wants you dead. Turn back to your camp. I tried. 2 arms! It's a trap! The Danish attacked us! 2 arms! What's Saxon? But... Alright. Let's go ahead and go. You know what? They're weak. Everyone, let's go. Huh. Apparently I can't hit today. That's cool, bro. This battle's basically over. Fought violently, though. Warlord, I can no longer abide the rank ignorance of Agatinus. As I was treating the wounded during our last battle, he saw fit to disparage my use of laudanum in relieving pain while I conducted surgery and of treating the wounds of cultists with honey. Warlord, if that man knew the slightest thing about medical matters, he would know one should never undermine a patient's confidence in his doctor, particularly not during a complicated operation. He should stick to military matters only. If you would be so kind to dismiss him from this shield wall, he would be doing all of us a great service. Please, as I've said earlier, do not bother me with this. Alright. Well, Samson, quick. What is it? Bjorn, the Saxon foragers were hunted and slain. Heard about your deeds. You have given those foragers the punishment they deserve. You really are as good as I have guessed. Here's your reward, 900 peningas. I think you're someone who knows how to do things. It's time to take another step. I want you to pass through the enemy lines to take a message to my brothers. Tell them about the betrayal of Sven and that we will not have reinforcements from Denmark. Tell them I'm going to arrange a meeting with the Saxons to negotiate our retreat from Nottingham. Why would your brothers believe me and accept surrender? Because I will give you an object they will recognize and give validity to you as my envoy to them. I am Bjorn of the Sags of Ragnar, and my brothers listen to what I say. Do not worry, they will listen and respect you. Wait, I'm going to give you a sex that belonged to our father, Ragnar. It is also my gift to you for the service you are providing us. My brothers will recognize the weapon and listen to your words. Tell the Mercians are more careless. The Mercians are more careless in their vigilance. Try to approach at night around their flank. Good luck. Alright. Winnold and Glistenwood has made peace. Yes, money coming to me. Down the distance, you see two Saxon and Anglo camps patrolling Nottingham. Camps are large, capable of holding thousands of men, and there are also patrols of warriors around that go to the perimeter of the city, making sure that no one goes in or out. From this far away, you can just distinguish the silhouettes of Danish warriors as they patrol around the walls of the fortress. They are certainly in a compromising situation in terms of numbers. Food is running out every day. But it's Nottingham, passing between nearest patrols. I don't mind fighting. Get out of here. That indeed is a Mear's patrol. Shit. And he sees me anyway. What the heck? Fine. I ain't just gonna take critical damage. If y'all wanna fight, so be it. Screw this. I'll just slaughter them all. Who's arrow guy? Still can't use javelins. Nope. Not too far in the distance are Nottingham's walls. Several men come to meet you at the gates of Nottingham. Though armed, they do not threaten, but seem happy to see you. I have sent notice of your arrival to the sons of Ragnar. You are a bold one to come through all those Mercians. Who sent you? Jarl Bjorn Ragnarsson sends me. His face, tired and dirty, shines at the news, as he's received a little bit of joy. It's nice to hear Bjorn Jarnside, Ironside. He's a legend. Possibly the Ragnarsson most beloved by Odin. Just have out your news. What is happening? Jarl Bjorn wants to negotiate your surrender with the Saxons. I do not believe that. Bjorn will never deliver us to the Saxons. You are a liar. 3 men, well-armed warriors, have approached while you were talking. Enough talk here. Ulf goes back to the wall. Take your men with you. My brothers and I want to be alone with the newcomer. Hi, messenger. My name is Halfdan. And these here are my brothers, Ivan and Hubie. We rejoiced when they told us a messenger has passed through the Mercian lines. What news do you bring us? Your brother Jorn sent me to inform you that the reinforcements from Denmark are lost, because Sven Bolnik turned his men against the rest. There will be no reinforcements. Jorn Ironside wants to convince a meeting with the Saxons and Mercian leaders to restore Nottingham to them, in exchange for them letting you back north with your armies. The Saxons, which belong to Ragnar, certify that I come from your brother, and I speak the truth. Damn Jorn. He's old and had his glory, but now he begrudges us ours. The Saxons and Angles are weak people. If it were me, I would attack their camps and put them to fight like the mice they are. No more nonsense, Hubie. We have but 1 man for every 5 Saxons. A fight outside these walls is only foolishness. You, messenger, listen. I am Ivar Ragnarsson. Men called me in Bine Luisi, the boneless. Sven Bolnik has betrayed us and destroyed our reinforcements, as you say. I will hunt him down and sacrifice to the gods with the blood eagle. But if you're lying, that will be your fate. I apologize for my brother's messages. Being locked up here affects us all. Do not worry, Jarl Halfdan. I understand this is a difficult situation. I will see you with intelligence in his eyes, studying you, trying to measure the utility or risk you represent. Another coward tries to win our sympathies. Anyway, Halfdan, do what you want. I see that you are an intelligent person, messenger. Well, I guess it's time for us to send an answer to Bjorn. Tell him that our answer is yes. We will join the meeting he will arrange with the Saxons. We will accept whatever terms they offer. Anything to get out of this godforsaken hole. Very well, I'll go back to Bjorn. Good luck. Good luck to you too. I fear the return will not be as easy as the way in. The Angles and Mirrors have seen you and have brought more men into the woods. Very well. Looks like I've made enemies with all the Ragnarsons except for, well, the one who seems to lead them at the camp. Okay. Come on. multiple people throwing things. That's crazy. Bro, they coming out the woodworks! All right. Oh, crap. Is there another shield? Please, please, please. Crap. Bro, my foot is itching for some reason. Come on. Come on. Yeah, now I picked up another shield and you want to go back. He's a standard bearer, isn't he? Not a standard bearer. What you call it? There we go. Get that noble down. Yeah, gummit. Piece of cake. Easy as pie, which is why I'm now exhausted. Power through. Cool, run to the force and manage to flee. Excellent. Well, Samson, quick. What is it? Talk to your siblings. They are willing to negotiate with the Saxons. I can imagine that Halfdan imposed his opinion. I had hoped to be mindful of his reasons, and I'm glad I did so. It is now necessary to contact the Saxons. I have prepared a letter from them where we offer truce to cover our retreat to Northumberland and to summon a meeting outside Nottingham's gate to discuss the details. My informants tell me that one of Saxon's chieftains, Alfred, patrols around Nottingham every day. Meet with him and give him my letter. Who is Alfred? Alfred, or should I say, Aetheling Alfred Aethelwulfing, is the brother to West Saxon's king. I have heard that he is a just man and easier to deal with than his brother. Moreover, his opinions carry great weight among the Saxon jarls. Alright, I will be back soon. Remember this. When you get to Nottingham, introduce yourself as a peace emissary from the Sons of Ragnar and ask for an audience with Alfred. Tell him we're willing to an honorable way out of the siege without bloodshed, and we are willing to meet at the gates of Nottingham to address the issue. Be firm. Tell him only that we are willing to negotiate, or we will bring more men from the north, and they will pay dearly in lives of Saxons and merchants. Good luck. Anything else? Alright, I'll beg my leave. Your journeys. As you approach Nottingham, Saxon patrols surround you but do not attack, respecting your emissary flag. They make you wait for about an hour while they look for Alfred. Finally, a group of riders reaches to where you are, dismounts, and walks up to you. Emissary of the Danish, I present you with Alfred of West Saxon, son of Aethelwulf, Aetheling Ildorn, God-loved, and brother of, and designated successor to the great Aethelred, King of West Saxon and Brithenland. Bow to someone who is above him. To someone who is above you. No, I do not bow to him. He's a small boy, bony. With straight hair and a prominent jaw, doesn't stand out much. There's something remarkable in his pen. You are a proud man, but you should know that an envoy should be courteous and take full advantage of diplomacy. What do your masters want now? I have a letter to you from Jorn. They are still willing to negotiate. While I admire your loyalty to your masters, do not treat me like a fool. We have received news of the disaster of the fleet sent from Denmark, and in the north, Danish have many problems with the pig. However, we have our own problems right now, so this deal is good for us. But my lord, that means they are defeated. We should attack and finish them. Do not underestimate the enemy, Othrid. We will take this opportunity to make peace. It's a good opportunity to avoid further bloodshed on either side. Titus pact thou sixth. I'm glad to see that we agree. The Danish have many men in Nottingham yet, and the walls are high. Even if we could win this battle, I'm not sure we'd want to. In addition, the winter could see us still besieging this place, and we're far from home. As hard as it would be for them to starve inside, it would be harder for us to starve outside. Well, go back to your job, Bjorn Ragnarsson. Tell him that you're ready to negotiate their way out of Nottingham and lasting peace. I give notice to my men not to attack you. Jod Gigasund. Alright, back to Dorn's camp. Well, what is it? Saxon agreed to meet to you and sign the truce. That's good news. We will negotiate a withdrawal with them now, but in the future we will return and make West Saxon pay dearly for their weaknesses. You've done a great service to me and my brothers. Allow me to reward you with friendship and silver. Alright. For my part, I do not need anything else. You should return to Rathbarth. Very well. Anything else? I must beg my leave. Good journeys to you, Samson Cook. West Saxon and Northumber has made peace. Nurse and Northumber has made peace. Look at that, we're peacemakers. As you stop to rest, your companions approach, led by Boda. He has something to say. Wait, my lord. It's time to say farewell to the Danish and travel south to West Saxon. We need to deliver the letter of the King of Ostros to Ethelred Eferson, King of West Saxon and brother to Alfred. I will finally be able to finish my mission. Yes, I was thinking about the letter. I think I've made a decision. I am very I'm very happy. Without you, I would not have gotten this far. The letter will coordinate the alliance between West Saxon, Ostros, and the Franks. These three kingdoms will gather together, men and ships, to claim the North Sea of Vikings. In fact, it's possible that the fleet of Ostros is about to be sent because my mission has been delayed. I'm actually curious to hear the opinions of my other companions before making a decision. I have nothing to say. I will listen to the others. Sorry, but I cannot be impartial to the matter. My ancestors, my family are Vikings. The gods have granted us victory upon victory, so we may acquire wealth and fame. This invasion we have embarked upon is in the footsteps of the sons of Ragnar of Englaland. It is rich, fertile land worth fighting for. The Danish understand that if you could see something, it is yours. It's for the inhabitants of the land to defend it and be worthy adversaries. The Danish are not beggars, and do not come asking for a piece of land. Danes do not ask charity from the Saxons. We come with weapons in hand, ready to fight. If the Angles or Saxons defeat us, we will respect their victory. But if we prevail, the gods are with us, and the fertile soil belongs to us. That is what I believe. If the Saxons and Franks come northward to fight and defeat the Danish, they are true warriors, and the land is theirs. Your opinion will weigh heavily on my decision. Thank you. Whatever you decide, I'm taking my leave and going back to Odensville. I've made good friends in this party, but I know that now we will be at odds. Therefore, I leave while we are still friends. I'm not as good as Abjorn at speaking. I'm just a slave who escaped from the hands of the Danish Jarl. You know what I think about the Danish? Or rather, certain Danes who occupy Kennebec. They come, they kill, they take what they want. If delivering this letter to West Saxon means a safer North Sea, you have my support. If you deliver the letter to the Danish, on the other hand... Your opinion evens my decision, Brunhild. I'm not happy here. I'm sorry, but I must leave to find another person to follow. Well, you're important to this group, Agathinos. I want you to follow us. He looks happy to hear you say those words. Great, then I'll stay. Ah, he just wants somewhere to be wanted. It's my turn to speak. I have chosen you. I have followed you. I have fought beside you. Therefore, I think I know you better than most, Samson Quick. I am from Northvigor. We have fought against Danes often, and many other times we drank and laughed at them. They're like us. Free men who choose to live out their fate in Denmark or Northvigor. We have laws, but Englaland does not belong to anyone that matters. They are weak kingdoms with much wealth for the taking. You cannot put a treasure in plain sight of a man, not protect it, and simply hope that he does not take it. If you're an idiot, why is it his fault? I agree with everybody else. I can't not agree with Salbert. Strength and chaos? Your idea is worth something too, Sylvie. Chaos is good. Sorry, but I don't choose to fight against freemen who have merely chosen to be Vikings. I'm worried about Abbas. I thought you were on my side. We were to go to the King of West Saxon together, but now I do not know. I sensed doubt. Here's the problem. If I go to Rathbar, he might have my mother, because he said he will take care of the woman who was with Sven. But I am definitely not giving him the letter. I still plan on giving the letter to the King of West Saxon. I have no doubt, Bodo. You'll go to the King of West Saxon. I know you will not fail me, but we must go to this King of West Saxon as soon as possible. I guess this is farewell. I'll be happy with my family in Odin's. Maybe in the future we'll see each other. I respect your decision, and I'll leave without rancor. Well, I am with you. I'm sorry, but I don't fight against free men who have merely chosen to be Viking. I said it, and I stand by it. It's time to find a new master. I hope you're treated well in West Saxon, Samson. It's time to get back on track. We have a mission underway. Something is wrong. You hear screaming and see Eagle is headed your way. So, scum, you think you could just turn against the Danish and not pay? It's time for someone else to take legitimate direction of this party. It's time for me, Eagle, to take possession of this letter and bring it to my father, King Horik. I've spent so long at your side just to discover that you are a treacherous rat after everything that has happened. Well, I have long doubted your skills to command an army. Now you're going to die. This is my moment of glory! Eagle moves towards you. The men close around the two of you. It is you or him. All right. I was never that much fond of you anyway. I regret the fact that I armored you so well. Eagle's body lies at your feet, delivered to eternal sleep. Some of your followers take his body away for burial. Eagle was a beloved member of your party, and his death weighs heavily among your warriors. Allow them to bury Eagle. Unfortunate. Let's go. Ah, what a way to meet the king. First, we're going to win the tournament, and then we'll meet the king in the middle of his hall. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's be smart this time. Let's not go charging in because you're used to winning. I'm still vulnerable. I can still lose. Whoa, 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 whoa. I say that as I'm charging without my shield up. Said fight smart, not honorably. Oh! That was the king! I just stabbed in the back. Ain't that something? Life is funny sometimes. I guess that is why now... this is just karma, isn't it? Ooh, crap. What? No. Don't do the thing. Oh, crap. Ah. No. Block! Dadgummit. Here we go. Let's go. No, 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 back up. Oh, crap. We're gonna get sandwiched. Let's not get sandwiched. Let's try to be on this side. Yeah. I'm a genius. We sandwich them! Sort of. We're not gonna win. Well, so be it. Let's go ahead and meet the king. Bruttenwalde Ethelred Ethelwulf. We meet again, Samson. That's right, I met you earlier. I welcome you to my hall on this auspicious occasion. What is it? I have an important letter for you. A letter? I'm not a scribe. Talk to my brother Alfred. Ah, see. This is the type of relationship. Anything else? Well, I beg my leave. Of course, farewell. Yep, here we go. We meet again, Samson. What is it? I have an important letter for you. This letter, that old snake in the eye so earnestly tried to get. My partner Bodo brought it here, from Asturias. It proposes to send an army from Asturias around the coast of Francia to West Saxon, under the terms of the alliance. The blood of many innocents stains this letter, particularly that of the passengers of the Roden Rick, the boat where this matter started. I hope that their sacrifice will save their lives. Takes it from my hand. And you see his fingers are stained with it. Alfred reads the letter slowly, absorbing with interest all that it contains. After reading it, and without saying anything, Alfred calls Bodo and takes him aside for a few meters, where they talk for a long time. From where you are, you can hear nothing, but you can see the lips move as Bodo gestures to put emphasis on his words. Alfred remains calm, patiently listening and questioning. He's a young man, short and slight, but he reputedly has a hot temper that he hides very well. Finally, both return to your side. Samson, quick! West Saxon thanks you for bringing this letter. Bodo has told me everything. And I know all the hardships you've been through because of this mission. And even more personally, the kidnapping of your mother. How may we reward you? I do have a request. Help me find a Dane called Sven Bullneck. West Saxon has informants all across England. If Sven Bullneck appears somewhere, soon we'll know. As soon as I know something, I'll let you know. I will send a messenger to my brother, the king, for a meeting. We will discuss this letter and make a decision soon. Meanwhile, go yourself to the king and offer him your allegiance. You are a person of great ability. You must enter the service of West Saxon for us to reward you fully as you deserve. My brother is a good man. I am sure he will accept you. After that, return to me, for I already have a task for you. And with that in mind, I guess we've aligned ourselves with West Saxon. Hey, if the feast is still going on, I guess we'll do the initiation at the feast. We'll save. Wow, there are a lot more people than that. Okay. Hey, there's even a little lady. We'll talk to the lady later, maybe. Samson Quick, I've been expecting you. Word has reached my ears of your exploits. Wow. I keep hearing such tales of prowess and bravery that my mind was quickly made up. I knew I have found someone worthy of becoming my vessel. I sincerely hope you will become a lord of the realm. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, my lord. You honor me with your offer. Alright, let us dispense with the formalities, Samson Quick. Are you ready to swear homage to me? Yes, my lord. Good. Repeat the words of the oath with me. I swear homage to you as lawful ruler of the kingdom of West Saxon. I pledge homage to you as a lawful ruler of the kingdom of West Saxon. I will remain loyal and devoted man as long as my breath remains. I will remain as your loyal and devoted man as long as my breath remains. And I will be at your side to fight your enemies should you need my sword. I will be at your side to fight your enemies should you need my sword. And finally, I will uphold your lawful claims and those of your legitimate heirs. And finally, I will uphold your lawful claims and those of your legitimate heirs. Very well, you have given me your solemn oath, Samson Quick. May you uphold it always with proper courage and devotion. Let it be known from this day forward, you are my sworn man and vassal. I give you my protection and grant you the right to bear arms in my name. And I pledge that I shall not deprive you of your life, liberty, or properties except by lawful judgment of your peers or by the law and custom of the land. You have done a wise thing, Samson Quick. Serve me well, and I promise you will rise high. Aye, thank you, my lord. I have great hopes for you, Samson Quick. I know you shall prove yourself worthy of the trust I have placed in you. And who is this Alf Wynn? I'll say, you don't look familiar. I am Samson Quick. Of course, how splendid to meet your acquaintance. Now, if you'll excuse me, well, you seem not to want to be bothered. Just want to know more about you. Oh, crap. Wrong button. I have the honor of knowing more about you. The daughter to Ealdorman Elfstein. I'm here for the feast. Very well. It's crazy. Alright. Well, Samson Quick, I've heard that you have pledged allegiance to our lord, Breitenwalder Aethelred Aethelweifer, fighting against our foes with valor, but also with honor and compassion. A good name is as valuable as a sharp sword, or a swift horse in affairs of arm. Let us lift the cup of health to our host, Breitenwalder Aethelred Aethelweifer. Now what is it? I have joined West Saxon and returned, as you have requested. Ah, yes, Samson Quick. I am honored that you have joined us. Now, as I mentioned, I already have something of you. We have received repeated requests from the lands of Welsh for help. Things are very hectic there. Because of our confrontation with the Danish, we were unable to give the attention the problem deserves. I want you to go there on behalf of West Saxon and impose peace. I'm sorry. My priority is Finn Bullneck. We can be sure that when you return from this mission, we will have news about Sven Bullneck for you. Sven Bullneck is a man known for his outbursts of rage, so our informers will soon hear something. But for now, I want you to go there and take a fortress called Din Bish. Put your flag there for 20 days to demonstrate to the Welf that we are ready to take their land by force if they are not able to keep peace among themselves. Good luck. The first time we met in Stonningham, I never thought that you would be important to us sex. But now you have done us a big favor. Anything else? Must beg my leave. Good journeys, Samson. And with that, Kingdom of Gwynedd has declared war against the Kingdom of West Saxa. West Saxa has made peace with Mirs. Anyway, with that, I think that we'll call that for today. I'll probably need to go on a recruiting trip, but that is the goal, to take Dinbush. But anyway, that's all we have for today. Until next time, remember, win or lose, GG's in the chat.